Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to talk about my transition from community college to college. VCU is where I go, as you can see, go Rams. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about like the difference that I experienced, and I think that maybe like other people who are transfers may experience the same things. So I wrote a list of like a few things that I wanted to go over. So let's just like get started. So first I want to talk about, well, let me just say I did make another video about like my tips on getting from a community college to a university. So I can link that down below. And so I guess this is the next step of like once you're there and like just what to expect. So the class size. So depending on like if you're going to a big school or a small school, this might differ, but for me, like usually community colleges are smaller, and I transferred from there to VCU, which has like a good amount of people there. It's pretty big. Some classes can be more intimate, around like 20 people, but if you, and then like some, I think usually the gen eds are like more people, like maybe 100 or like 80, like 50 to 80, like something crazy like that in those kind of like auditorium style classrooms. But usually when you're transferring, you've probably already taken your gen eds and just need to take your specified courses. So I didn't have too many of those. I had a few, but not really a lot. And the way I like kind of dealt with that was just by sitting in the front of the classroom, because it makes you feel like more included into the class and doesn't make you feel like so small and kind of like insignificant. I feel like sitting in the front of the classroom, like, you know, your professor notices you, you can like participate more, you're more likely to be seen, etc. Next is like the party culture. So obviously depending on your school, the partying is going to be different, but I definitely think compared to community college, like going to university, it's like basically from like going to parties that like maybe your high school friends still go to or like locally, versus like coming to college and going to like house parties, like real parties, frat parties, etc. So for me, that was like a really big change. Not really something I was like used to, but I did enjoy it because I do like going out, I like partying, and I like dancing. So I liked it a lot. It can get really packed, it gets really hot, sweaty. It's just more about like safety and knowing like your surroundings and trusting the people that you go with. I definitely suggest like always going with like a friend that you know. Always like, you know, use the buddy system, always stay together, leave together. Don't ever like leave someone behind, because that's just not safe and it's just not a good idea. My school has like a transportation system that like drives people around like from like 5 p.m. to like 5 a.m. in the morning or something like that. So if it's like late and like you need a ride, you can call them and they'll take you back like to your area on the campus. Then I want to talk about living situation. So community college, you're probably commuting from like home, living with your parents or like maybe a sibling or whatever your living situation is, versus coming here and you're probably gonna have to move into a dorm or like suite style or some type of dorm, most likely. And luckily for me, I didn't have to stay in a room, like share a room with someone. I had my own room, and honestly my own bathroom actually. And then the other side was like two other girls, and they shared a bathroom and had their own room, and then we just shared like the living room and the kitchen. And luckily I had good roommates, like they were nice and we got along, and our schedules were so different, so we weren't really like seeing each other that often. It was kind of just like a hi and bye sort of thing. But that can be something that's difficult, especially if you've never lived with someone before, or if you have to live in a room with someone else. So make sure you check out your options. Like if you're an upperclassman, you probably have the option to not be in like a dorm, like a traditional dorm room, and maybe like a suite style room or like apartment styled dorm, because that's how mine was set up. And living with your friends, it depends on the type of friend you have, and like just think about them, like think about, you know, are they clean? Do they leave messes? Like, is that something that's going to bother you? Are you guys in the same major? Would you already see them from taking the same classes? You know, stuff like that. I currently live with my friend from middle school and or from high school, and it's not bad. Like, we get along, schedules are different. You know, obviously everyone has like their differences and stuff, but it's about like how you think you'd be able to settle them, because that's not to say there's never going to be like any problems in your house, because that's just, there's going to be like some type of issue, or someone's gonna get annoyed at someone, but it's just a matter of like how you can handle that with other people, and keeping like your living spaces clean that you have to share with each other. Next is food. When I got here, I knew like my school had like all these amazing food options and stuff, but I'm not kidding, like this is TMI, but I was literally having diarrhea for like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, my body had to get used to the food here, because it's all like fast food, and I bought a swipe plan. I didn't have to, but I did buy a full one because I wasn't sure how much I'd be cooking, and thank God, because I didn't cook at all. But that is definitely something to keep in mind, the food and like your diet. So if you are like have a strict diet, or you can only eat certain things, think about the types of food places your school offers, and if you would need to grocery shop for certain things and stuff like that. Now I currently cook, and I have like a lower swipe plan, but I cook my own food. It's just better. But the water here made my poop black, I'm almost positive. Maybe that's TMI too. I'm gonna cut that out. Homework. So I would say from community college to here, like the homework isn't, it's home, like homework is homework. That's up to the professor's discretion. I don't really think that's up to like the school. Some don't count homework, some do. Like, not every professor in community college is easy. I think that's what a lot of people who don't go to community college think, is like, oh, it's so easy, it's made for you to pass. But it's like, in both situations, you have to put in the effort if you want to continue your education. So I say homework didn't really change for me. Like, it's just, homework is homework. Like, you appeal to what your professor wants to do. Some don't give you homework, some do and don't count it, some do and count it. Like, you know, it just really depends on that. That is all I have for my advice on transferring and how it's been so far. And next, no, never mind. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. And I'll see you later. Bye.